actually seeing my camera. And let me show you a little bit. See, there's YouTube right there. Hi, my YouTube subscribers. If you're not on my YouTube right now, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, I want you to watch this video because today is beginning where I'm downloading all the videos so you guys can see how my experience was in Lagos. And I really actually wanted to make sure that I went live and did this now because I'm going to have a whole nother group of videos because I'll be going back to Lagos and I will be going back really soon. So I had to get all these videos in. So you'll be able to see the videos on my YouTube channel. This is just like an announcement that I will have my videos on my YouTube channel, Evangelist Marilyn Gay. So when you get to the YouTube channel, if you want to catch all my videos, and you'll watch me look over here for a minute too, because I want to make sure my camera's on right there, can see me. My YouTube is over there. Facebook is over here on my phone. So I'm doing one video. Hey, everybody. Hey, Lori. Hey. Hi, Nairi. Hey. I put these little sprinkles because I wanted y'all to get this little Lagos feel. I got the music in the background from Lagos. This is the EP or the album from Wizkid called Made in Lagos. Now, let me tell you a little bit about some music in Lagos so you can get some music after this. It's a few of the top three, I would say, me, myself, knowing music from Lagos. The top three are Burna Boy, Wizkid, not in that order necessarily, and Davido. And my favorite top three is Davido and Burna Boy. But coming really in the close fourth is getting ready to put out their third single is Donna Fizzy Reggae Viper. And the third single is Bad. So you guys got to check it out. He's got a music video and a single release called Steady, called Lean Back. And the third one is going to be called Man Down. And it's going to deal with NSARS that they have in Nigeria. You know how we have police brutality? They have something called NSARS. And so you guys have really got to check this video out. It's going to be a blessing. It's going to talk about how oh God, it's just, I can't even tell you. I can't even describe it. But I do know this. I do know that they experience police brutality just like we do. And so right after the country did riots in the USA, then let me turn this down a little bit. Then they did an NSARS protest in Lagos and in other places in the world. So just want you to know. Turn down that just a little bit. You are in there with me now. All right. So just to give you a little history on their music. Their music is like Afro reggae, and right now, places like what is that? Not 97. Oh gosh, you know how the Breakfast Club talks about different groups like that? Well, they had Davido on there, and they were asking Davido questions about how come we didn't know that there's other music in Lagos, different kind of sounds. And they really wanted to know, and he never answered those questions. So let me answer those questions for you, because a lot of times the U.S. does not want us to know about these great places of our ancestry and our history, because if we know, what we know will keep us from being blind, and what we know will keep us, will cause us to be more intrigued, and we'll go towards those things. So, of course, if they want to use us for property and they want to use us to further their things, they're not going to tell us about great places like Kenya, like Nigeria, all these other countries, Pakistan, Philippines. I talk to people all over the world. I even have people that are connected to my WATW networking group that are from other countries. And you would not believe Let me tell you about the food first. In the food, they have traditional food. Most of the time they cook. And just like my friend from the Philippines, they have really not seen the TV dinners that we have. I remember cooking a TV dinner and being on camera with and showing on camera my Philippines friend. And he said, "No, I've never seen that. We cook rice and we cook different things, but we take for granted." Let me look at my YouTube channel. We take for granted, guys, the food, the convenience we have. The food. They don't have microwave packaged things called Swan's a banquet or Stofers. They don't have TV dinners like that. So they don't have the breakfast sandwiches. They don't have none of that. I couldn't even find a restaurant. Finally, I found a place that served their authentic food, and on the next side they had like pizza. I was like ecstatic when I saw pizza. Oh my God, I couldn't wait. And so I was ecstatic that I was able to eat some pizza. And then another restaurant we went to that had their authentic food. A little bit up the street, we passed by Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I was being taken out to eat after church by the pastor. And I was like, I wanted to say, "Can we just go eat there?" But I wanted to be like polite and not say anything. So I said, "Can we just, can I get that address? Because I want to go back there one day." But they had a KFC. But I bet you if you go into that KFC, when you get in there, all of a sudden you'll be like, "I thought it was KFC." And they still have their African traditional food. I don't know yet, but I'll let y'all know. I never made it back to that KFC. But one time I sat down at a restaurant and they had different things like Chinese. They said Chinese on there, and they said different, Nigerian dishes. And I was so excited. Lori, I was so excited. I got in there and I ordered some pepper steak and some rice. I looked at the picture on there and ordered it. And then when they brought it out and the girl brought it out, all it was gravy and some meat, all those red peppers and green peppers and yellow peppers. There was none in there. And you know what she said when she walked to the table? She said, "We just thought that picture just looked like it was a mess." So she didn't use the word mess, but she said that picture, "Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia." She said that picture, it didn't look as good. So we made it like this so that I would just eat it like that, And Americans are picky about their food. So I was like looking at it like, well, let me just taste a little bit. It should be okay, being polite, And I tasted a little bit of it and was like, okay, I'll try to eat it. So then I just tried to eat it, and it was chewy. It wasn't cooked enough for me to eat. And sorry, my music stopped. And it wasn't cooked enough for me to eat. So I was kind of trying to be polite, and they came over and asked me. I was like, oh my God, why did they come and ask me, was my food okay? And I was like, okay, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I was trying not to let them ask me because I know I'm a person that's going to speak my mind. And I said, well, it wasn't that great. They said, well, ma'am, is anything we can do? I said, well, they said, well, let me get the manager out because there's nothing we can do. We have to get the manager out. I mean, for like 30 something minutes. They don't take food back. You cannot get your money back, guys. Once you get your food, that's your food. I promise, that's your food. So know in Nigeria that if there's anything that you're disappointed at about your food, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let me find something for you guys that you probably would really like by Burna Boy. Hi, guys. I'm so glad y'all with me. Let's see if we can get some Burna Boy on here because I'm trying to do some Lego stuff for y'all. Let's see what we got. Yes, let's see. Burna Boy. Because Wizkid is really good. There's a one by Whiskey that I really like called Essence. Let's see if I can find that one for you, because this is one. It's called Blessed. Let's listen to that one. So, you guys got any questions for me? Just ask them, because I'm just talking about Legos, because this is like a preview to all the videos that I'm going to start putting on. Now, another thing about Legos is they debate about everything. It's like nothing is like just smooth, clean cut. Like if I make a deal with you, we have a deal, no negotiation. But when they go and buy something from someone, they say, "Oh no, $200 is too much. It's too much. 150, and the other person says, "No, 200 is my price. 200 is my price." And then they'll say, "No, 150, because look at this. Look at this. It just shouldn't be like this." And so I don't care what price is set. There's always a negotiation. There's never like, okay, here's the price. You just give it back, like, unless it's me. Like I'm like, I was like, I can't deal with this. Like going back and forth stuff. In America, our word is our bond. Our word is like, this is how much it is, and we know how much something is, and it's just how it is. But over there, it's not like that. Unless you go on the mainland. When you go on the mainland, where they have the malls and stuff like that, and the big stores. Now there you can go and you shop, and there's no negotiation. It's like, everything is fine, but you pay their price. That's it. But everywhere else I went, it was always a negotiating back and forth. Cynthia, you said that sound like me. Yeah, it was stressing me out. I was like, y'all deal with them. Like to my two agents, I was like, y'all deal with them. I said, because I just can't do it, because it was driving me crazy. And I really mean that happens, guys. And just want to let you know that we're in the process of getting the NGO. An NGO is called a non-government organization, and we're getting our CAC. A CAC is what we would call our incorporation. When we get our business incorporated, they call it CAC. So we got our name reserved. I'm not particularly wanting to keep that particular name, so we're going to get a different name reservation. And by the middle part of, I'd say March, towards the end part of March, which March 25th is my birthday, guys. The end part of March, I should have that all taken care of, all done. We already have a place there, and what we're doing is just what I do on my web page, evangelistmarilyngaye.com. If you click on that, you'll see where we help entrepreneurs, LLCs, nonprofits, musicians, recording artists. We're in business connections, management connections, promotions, promoting businesses. That is what we do to help small business, to encourage them and to lift them up. So this is a business that I started out of coronavirus, before coronavirus. Lori knows, don't you, Lori? Lori knows WATW started in 2019, and we began to work it in the end of 2019. And when Corona hit in March, I said, that's why, Lord, you told me to do this, because I couldn't understand why God had given me a business that I was doing for people on the side and make it a full business. But just because you're a woman doesn't mean you're not supposed to have more than 3 or 2 streams of income. And it doesn't have to be gospel or Christian, totally Christian. Everybody's job is not a total job that's preaching or this, that, and the other. Listen to this, guy. I get two Holy Ghost filled evangelists on the line right now, Lori Clay and Cynthia Robinson. Cynthia from Tennessee, Lori from Alabama. Lori and Cynthia are so real. So y'all already know. Oh, y'all already know what I'm talking about. So anyway, right before I started my networking group in 2019, I went to a a meeting in Springfield, Tennessee, Cynthia. I went to a meeting, and the prophet at the meeting, he called me up and he said, God is giving you new marching orders. And I had never heard that before, but I knew it was a change and a shift in my season and that God was getting ready to lift me up. Here I'm thinking it's going to be in ministry or something like that. And then God just totally flipped the script on me and gave me the WATW. And I was like, God, what am I doing? I already incorporate businesses, but, I wanted to share. It was something in me that wanted to share and get together a group of people that do small business. So I sent an email out to about 7 people and I asked them, did they want to be a part of this new networking group that I was going to create? And I got a yes from all 7. And I think 3 out of the 7 are still connected with me. And one is 2 are pastors, and one he does work on the YouTube channel, does videos. I use him for video clips and things like that. But the best thing is you can check out on my page at evangelistmarilyngaye.com, and you can click on an icon. It says right above where it says stimulus, it says promo. You can click on that and it gives you an idea of a promo that you can be a part of to join WATW. Right above that, there's a button that says LLC. There's a button that says sole proprietorship. There's a button that says nonprofit. All of these buttons are there for you to explore and see which one you fit in. And then also, if you click, you can go on to put your name and information in. It'll go directly to me. And then you could click the button at the top and it will dial my number. So you YouTube subscribers and you guys can always get in touch with me and dial me directly from my webpage or anything. So please share that with your people. But let's realize that today we're talking about Legos. Another thing about my trip to Lagos. Look, when I got off the airplane, I had never been out of the country. And you guys think, oh, look how long of a flight it is. It's like 15 hours and then another 21 at the most. You guys think, well, that's too far. Do you know that flight was so easy? And if I tell you it's easy, because I like stuff simple. I like boom, boom, boom. Everything has to be in place. I know that's probably how you are, Sister Lori. Like, I'm going to make sure that I have this here, have this here, have this here. It's got to be, I'm telling you, it was so smooth. I got on the flight at 6 that evening. I got to Atlanta within an hour or so. Next flight was like within another hour or so, headed to Lagos for 15 hours. They fed us really good on the airplane. Then I went to sleep. I didn't even notice it. And then I woke up and someone said, well, we got about 3 or 4 more hours or 5 hours to Lagos. I went back to sleep. Next thing I know, I was there. It was nothing like you guys think. So when anybody says to you, oh, it's a long flight to go anywhere out of the country, you guys know it is not that bad. It's not that bad. My YouTube subscribers can see I'm holding my phone part right through there. It's not that bad. I'm going to show y'all pictures of people that are in small business that I got a chance to greet. I got a chance to talk to them. I got a chance to let them say what they do. Because this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make an initiative that connects Nigeria to the U.S. that nobody's ever done before. I'm going to make an initiative that opens the door to teaching people how to get their passport and how to get their visa. Let me tell you how important that is in 2021. Some of you need to think about buying property in another country. You need to think about that, because if there's anything that happens here and you don't have any way to go anywhere else, at least if you have property in another country, you'll have a reason that they can't stop you from going to check on your property or stop you from getting on a plane. So listen, open your world up to where it's bigger. So if God wants to make a way of escape for you, you can get a way of escape. I'm telling you, there's some things, and there's not for this video, that are coming. God is getting ready to make a quick shift and a turn, with getting us prepared for some things that are coming. And because we don't know what's coming on the earth, what he does is he gives his message to the prophets, and the prophets deliver what's about to happen. I listened to a man of God who happens to be my son, and he is my eldest, and God has been ministering and dealing with him about what is about to happen. That's going to be in a different video, and I'll share some of those things with you, and most of it will probably be coded, but you'll know what I'm saying. So you guys get ready for that. So Lagos trip, so the flight, starting from the flight, simple flight, guys. So you don't have to worry about the flight. It's cool. It's simple. You sleep most of it. It was good. On the way there, I just mostly slept. I didn't talk to people a lot, and I just wanted to get there. And then when you get there, you're surrounded by people that are trying to be helpful, but God will direct you. If you're a person of God that's led by the Spirit, God will direct you. God had everything I needed. All of a sudden, this guy came to me. I didn't know where to go next or what to do next. He said, he got my suitcase. He said, I got you. He helped me to get through the check-in points and things like that. And then I had to get an appointment for a coronavirus test set up for when I got ready to travel back. And I didn't have no Nigerian money to pay for it. So this same guy that helped me do all that, he said, well, hey, you could just use your card, send it to my card, and I'll take care of it in Nigerian naira. And it just was so smooth and easy. And then there was a young lady after him that God just connected me to. So God will send people your way, and wherever you go, whatever you do, he has your provision. He has your provision. As long as you're following in his footsteps, he has provision for your vision. And let me tell you something. My trustees, my board of trustees, I've got one who works for the Office of the Nigerian Immigration. His name is Abdul. I've got one that is the pastor apostle that is over my life in Nigeria. His name is Paul Ojo. His church is called Refiner's Fire. And it is a refiner's fire, guys. I had church in Nigeria. Let me talk to my YouTube people. I had church in Nigeria like never before. I mean, and there were no masks. There were people that were just there. I mean, like right next to each other. We were having church, and there was a lot of sweating. There was a lot of sanctification. When I say sanctification, I don't mean like really sanctification, like cleansing like that. I mean, folks was speaking in tongues everywhere. Folks was shouting. Folks was praising God. The music was just on, spot on. And the apostle, Pastor Ojo, he would lead the songs in front of his praise team. And I mean, he would just be all in it. He just would be all in it. I just liked watching him dance. It was great. And everybody was in there just shouting and praising God, and then it was long. Oh my God. It was long. Hi, Linda Law. It was long. Hi, Dolores Evangelist. Hey, how you been doing? It's so good to see you guys. Please ask me some questions, because I'm on here live just talking about Legos, live in Legos. That's what it's called, live in Legos. Just like WizKid, the name, I just realized I just took his name. Oh my God. Oh well, I took the name of his album, Live in Legos. Well, this is what this is. And so anyway, they were praising God. The church service was like, I got there late, and it was still like an hour and a half. It was, it was. I had to keep up, y'all. I was like, okay, praising God, like, yeah. But anyway, yes, it was long, but it wasn't like you really notice it. I was glad to be there. I didn't want to go and be nowhere else. And let me tell y'all something. When I got out of that church service, When I left that church service, I felt so cleansed and so empty and so like it was like the nerves on my arms were clean. Like God had cleansed every cell and every nerve vessel. Linda asked me, how was the time difference for me? How did I adjust? I didn't even have jet lag. I was just so excited to be there. I didn't even notice jet lag. Linda, I was just telling them I left at 6 in the evening from Huntsville. And when I left at 6 in the evening from Huntsville, what happened was I slept after they fed us, and they fed us a really good meal. I wanted to ask them for another bite. I promise. It was good. And so we got to Atlanta. I went through Delta to Atlanta, and I didn't have much of a layover. And then I left from Atlanta and went to Lagos, and it was just smooth. It was good. It took about 15 hours to get there. As far as adjusting, I didn't really, you know what, I had an adjustment on the time. The time I couldn't quite get the adjustment on the time. The whole time I was there, like I'm doing my doctorate degree at Huntsville Bible College. And so when I had class on Mondays and Tuesdays, they were up at 5 o'clock and I was up at 11 at night. It was so tough them 2 days. Oh my God. It was tough. My neck would be hurting. It was really, really rough. And that was the worst part, is the time difference, like trying to situate the time. Like we're 7 hours different. So by the time I got situated in time, this is what I would do in Lagos. I would be up like at 5 in the morning, getting in the shower every morning, 5 in the morning. And then plus, because, I didn't get an AC unit, I just got a fan. So we were working with generators. That's another thing. We have a generator. So there was no lights. You have to turn the generator on and keep gassing the generator for lights. And so I was getting up at 5 in the morning, showering every morning, 5 in the morning, showering. And that was, if we're 7 hours difference, what would that make that? Like 5 in the morning, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 10, 9. So that would be like 9 o'clock at night. So that's about time you shower, So I was showering like 5 o'clock in the morning. But that was the only thing. Yeah, that was the only thing. But yeah, we had a generator. So when I first got there, the place was, I stayed at the hotel 2 days. They had a hotel room for me for 2 days. So we had 2 rooms, and I stayed at the hotel. And in the morning, this is what they would do. They would bring my food in the morning and in the afternoon and the evening. And every time we ate our food, guys, believe it or not, they would do praise and worship for like for like 2-3 minutes. They would praise God and do praise and worship. They would sing a song, and then they would pray. We would pray. It was a good routine, though. I'm laughing because I know it sounds kind of crazy. Each time we ate, that's what we would do. And we would pray, and then we would eat. So we would do praise and worship, pray, and then eat. The 3 of us together with every time we had a meal. And I was excited about the meals at first, like, for lunch and dinner, we have chicken and rice, or we have fish. And one time we had fish, and they call it vegetables. Do you guys call carrots, green beans, and potatoes like that vegetables, right? When you say vegetables, they say fish and vegetables or chicken and vegetables, whatever. It's really spinach, guys, but they call it vegetables. So it was spinach, and it was green. And when they said we're gonna get fish and vegetables, I was like, yay, because I like vegetables. And when they came in and they showed me, and I was like, oh, okay, this is where's the other vegetables? And they said, that's vegetables. That's vegetables. That's So I ate it. It was good, but you just don't get those vegetables like you think. So guess what, guys? I was losing weight. I was getting skinny. If y'all want to lose weight, go to Nigeria. If y'all want to lose weight, go to Nigeria. I guarantee you're gonna lose weight because ain't no McDonald's, ain't no sandwiches you can buy like Philly cheesesteaks. You can forget that. Ain't no hamburgers. We finally went to the mainland, and it's more modern at the mainland. I got a lot of pictures of the island. So where our place is like Victoria Island, and it's Aja and Lekki. Aja and Lekki. So the island is more authentic, and it is the best experience you want to have. There is stands every 5 feet, all lined up on the side of the street. There's stands. They're selling this. They're selling uh, peppers. They're selling tomatoes. They're selling whatever. They're selling headphones. They're cooking the food on the street, and they got this thing called, Linda, you know what that is, don't you? That food that's called, it's kind of tough, it's cooked, and somebody told me to call, it's not tripe, anyway, I'll get the name of it. Anyway, they cook stuff on the street, and it's authentic. It was good. It was good. And you'll walk past, and every step of the way, somebody was trying to sell their wares, sell something. Those people are business oriented. They're hustlers 20 times what we do. 20 times. I mean, there's nobody idle there. There's like no idle time. They're always moving. There's even the beggars that beg, they're moving. Even people with no legs or no arm, they're moving like you and I would move. And I never seen anybody crying on the side of the road or looking like our beggars, like holding up signs saying, please give me food, and just standing there while the cars go by. No, these beggars come around and say, they'll ask you by your window. They won't disrespect. They won't knock on your window, anything like that. So there is like the hustle mentality in them. They don't have an 8-hour day. It's sun up to sundown. When the sun goes down, they really stop things, guys. There's no going to gas station, no gas. You guys are used to convenience and getting up 2 a.m. You can get gas. When it's shut down there, it's shut down. Nobody's turning the gas on for you. So if you don't have gas for your generator, then that's out. Most of the shops, all of the shops have generators next to them, but they do have AC little units, which I didn't have at our place. AC units, that are along the wall of the top of some of the bigger, more modern shops where they have, like they do hair or they do nails. Man, I had gel nails when I went there, pedicure and manicure, and my toe messed up bad. And my nails were horrible. Like the second week, something happened. And I went to try to find somewhere to get my nails and my toes done, and they didn't have nothing I needed. This girl, she tried to do gel nails on my fingers. It looked like mud. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do about my nails? I promised I was. I was like, look at my nails. I need to find somewhere. Please help me. Then I lost my eyelashes. I needed some eyelashes. I had to have some eyelashes. I found a shop that sold eyelashes, and I was happy that she sold eyelashes. I didn't care if she said, 2,000 there. Here, take it. Just give me them lashes. Give me them lashes. I didn't care. Rob me blind. I need them lashes. Then I got home and put them bad boys on. Them bad boys were so hard. I was like, oh my God, I got to do something. And then my hair. I was like, I got to do something to my hair. What am I going to do to my hair? It was growing out. It was getting dark. And they called somebody to come. And finally, somebody came to the place and he did my hair. This guy did my hair. And I was just so relieved. I was feeling so miserable, guys. I was just like, can you imagine going somewhere and you don't have the conveniences that you used to, and you're a little bougie? Now, I know some of y'all are plenty bougie. Right, Lori? Some of us are plenty bougie, aren't we? Lori is my evangelist, spoiled, pampered, really pretty lady at the church. She's my friend, right? And I know, Lori, you will be calling your husband saying, come get me, baby. Baby, my hair, baby. But I'm telling you, I was like, with the hair and the nails thing and stuff like that. Then I got in a cab, guys. I'm telling you some funny stories now. I got in a cab and my purse fell, right? So when I picked my purse up and got out, it wasn't a cab, it was an Uber. And got back, I was like, oh, my makeup is gone. My makeup was gone, guys. Like, I didn't have no makeup. Nobody sold no makeup within miles of me. And my makeup was gone. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to have to do something about this because I'm like this. You guys are like this. When you have a specific makeup that you like that fits you, you just can't just get any kind of makeup. And it was gone. I left it in the Uber. I had them tracking that Uber down, y'all. I wasn't playing. They finally tracked the guy down. We had to pay him to bring it back, and it came back 4 days later. That really happened, y'all. That really happened. But the first night, and then I'm going to let y'all go. The first night, let me tell you how funny the first night was. Now, the place we had was not fixed up yet all the way. And I didn't know they weren't quite done, but they didn't have the cabinets done. They didn't have, it was mostly kitchen cabinets. And then the thing where you hang the clothes in our room, it wasn't done. So none of that was done when I got there. And they had just finished the floor. The floor is brand new, beautiful floor. The painting was done, everything. But when we came, we pulled up in the Uber and they said, hold on a minute. I looked in front of me, right? There's mounds of hills of dirt and gravel. And I'm like, okay, where are we going? And it's dark. By the time we get there, I'm like, okay, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, where are we at? What's going on? What have I done? What have I got myself into? I was really thinking like that. We climbed over the mounds of the gravel because they were building these buildings back there. It's just progress, y'all. We had to climb over the mounds. They led me around here underneath the scaffolding. I'm serious. Scaffolding. And this way and that way. And I was like, okay, around the water. And then finally we get to our place. And they had to get gas for the gin because they forgot the gas. So they gave me a phone and said, hold on with the phone, the light on the phone, and you'll be fine. Lock the door. Don't let anybody in. So I'm sitting there waiting. All of a sudden, the phone died, and I'm in the dark by myself in another country, and I don't know what to do. And I didn't know nobody next door, nothing. And I'm in the pitch black, dark, like pitch black, nothing, no lights, because everything around us is dark. So I start feeling on the walls to try to find where the door was. Like, I got to get out of here. It's too dark. I can't see it like this. Oh my God. I got to catch them. Because they had only left like 5 minutes. So I was going to catch the car before they left, so I can tell them, hold on, give me another phone, give me something. I don't care. I can't sit in the dark while y'all go get the gas. You know, I got to the door. I opened the door. It's pitch black outside, guys. Pitch black. And I'm like, hey, guys, hey, the light. And so then I start running to try to catch them. True story. And one of those places we had to walk around that had water. Man, next thing I know, I was in water up past my knee. I was like, ah! I literally made that noise. I'm not lying. I was like, oh my God, what is this stuff? Oh. So I went to the next building and there was guys working late, right? I didn't care. I said, excuse me. They was like, huh, what do you want, huh? We don't know you. They like, who are you? We don't know you. I said, please, I beg, please, because that's how they talk. They say, I beg. I said, I beg, I need light, and the light went out. Please just take me back. I don't even know where I came from. I mean, I'm all wet, and I just help me to get back where Linda said, American girl. You're right. I said, help me to get back to where I came from. Please. So this one guy took his flashlight and he helped me to get back into the room. This is the part that's going to crack y'all up. We gets back there in the room. Immediately, I said, don't go nowhere. Hold your flashlight right there so I can see. Girl, I pulled them pants down. I got them off me. I didn't care. I don't know. My mind just wasn't even thinking this man could just take me and kill me or rape me. My mind was thinking bougie girl. That icky stuff, I had to get it out. I pulled them pants down. I promise you I did. And then all of a sudden I heard a voice. Y'all cracking up. Them pants came down. Hey, Sheena. He held the light outside the room and stood there. I said, don't mind me, sir, please. I got to use that light. Don't you go nowhere. I said, just turn your head. But I got to pull these pants down. I pulled these pants down. I had to get them off, man. I got those pants off real quick. And I start going in my suitcase, get another pair of pants, and I'm putting them on real quick. And I had like halfway up, I heard a voice of one of my agents. And they said, hello. And I was like, hey, I'm in here. Y'all left me. And the light went out. And he said to the guy, you, go. I said, no, he was just helping me. He can leave now, but he was helping me. Oh my God. It was so that was my first night, guys. I got broke in my first night in Lagos. I got totally broke in. And I tell you, I was just like, from there, it was other inconveniences like the shower. I didn't know that the water had to be pumped up by the generator. So in the morning, you wake up and you want to take a nice shower. There was no water. The water wouldn't come on. I'm like, hey, wake up, y'all. Knocking on the door. Ain't no water. Why is the water not coming on? They said, oh, we have to put the gin and bring it around here and pump the water for the building. I said, why are we pumping the water for the whole building? It's like 4 in one building. It's 4. And, it's on an estate, right? And there's a whole estate. And there's guards at the gate. There's a big gate that opens and nobody that lives there can come in. And so then you go through there, and on the right-hand side is like a row of like 20 bikers that have motorcycles. And those motorcycles take people through to the market, to everywhere on the island that you want to go. You can get on a motorbike. Man, I was riding motorbikes like I belonged to a motorcycle. I just couldn't wait to get on the motorbike. I was like, come on, let's get on the bike. I want to go to the store. It was good. Yes, I was about to drown, Linda. I had stepped in the deep, like water up to my knees. And guess what? The water was green and had them things growing out of it because I walked around it. And I didn't know. In the dark, you don't know which way you're going. I stepped dead in that water. Spanking dead in that water. And anyway, I was riding motorbikes and stuff. And to get to the different places and trying to learn how to negotiate with people. Yes, trying to learn how to talk to them in business to get what I wanted without them charging me because I'm an American. They were charging the hell out of me. I don't excuse my ladies. They were charging me up, y'all. They was charging me. And they were like, my agents would be like, you charge her too much. Don't be taking advantage. You charge too much. No, that's not the price. No. Stop. It was something, guys. It was really something. So I'm just trying to get you guys to know some of the things about where I was on the island. All the Nigeria in Lagos is not like that. They got a place that this time on this trip, I'm going to be more on the mainland. So I got to hurry up and put these videos on here for you guys to see the island where I was at and the nativeness of Nigeria. And I like it better than anything. I know I'm going to like it more than the mainland. So God knew how to position it and let me experience how it was to live like them for a whole month. And the only difference was I had some money, but then there was times when my card wouldn't work where I had to experience such inconvenience. But yes, he had me. Yes, I was in Lakey. No, I was in Aja, Linda. I was in Aja. On Victoria Island, you got Lakey and Aja. I was in Aja. Yeah, that's what we are. We're at Aja. I don't know if it's a street called Battery, and we were in Aja. So I'm just trying to give you guys the insight on this. Now I'm going to do 5 minutes of telling you about how to get your visa, how to get your passport and things like that. And I want you all to know that my heart is like this. Anybody that wants to have the experience that I have and go to Nigeria and feel safe and have 2 agents with them, and there is no military roaming the street, it is totally free. There are people everywhere. Nobody's running around with masks. You don't see a whole bunch of masks. You see a lot of people arguing back and forth with each other sometimes because they are really adamant about getting their points across to each other. And I was told when Nigerians argue, they could stay there and argue with each other all night and nobody will mess with them. The police won't put them in jail. Nobody will stop them from arguing and nobody will go up to them and say, oh, we're calling the police. And you guys will be like, what is wrong with these folk? They're just arguing back and forth, but they're just not arguing. They're debating their point. But the point is, nobody gives up. Nobody gives up. And I'm like, how do y'all live when nobody gives up? Gosh, you guys probably take a lot of time in your life disagreeing. Because we're like this. I ain't disagreeing with you. I'm finna go. I ain't got time for this. No. No. We're not gonna keep talking back and forth. No. No. I'm gonna hang up on you. You know, y'all gonna that's how I am. I'm be like, no, no. But let me tell you, it was a challenge for me to learn the hard way how to get my passport, how to get everything situated, But you got to get your passport in order, and that you can do through the post office. You have to take your pictures through the post office, or you can use any travel place to take your pictures. Sometimes you can go to CVS or Walgreens to take your little passport photo. You got to have at least 3 passport photos, and you make sure you get your passport situated, and one of them you'll have for your visa. And the way you get your visa is you for your visa on arrival, where you can just arrive in the country. You don't have to go through all that going to Atlanta to get your visa, because that's where you will have to go, is Atlanta or Washington, D.C. They have certain places where you can get your passport that are closer, but or you can get your passport by mail. But visas, you have to appear in person. You have to have an interview. Well, I did it the easy way. I do visa on arrival. That means that I don't get my visa until I arrive. And what you have to do is you have to have a company send you a letter and send. It's called an invitation letter. and they'll invite you to come to their company on business. And in there, they'll put the dates of your travel, the date, they'll put down that they'll take care of all the immigration responsibility for you. And they put down also that they will um, secure your dates that you will be there and that you won't be where you're going to be, the address you're going to be while you're there. And so you have the address you're going to be at. You have to get a company that sends you a letter, a real company. Can't be a fake company because they check that stuff out. And you get a letter of invitation from them. And then you have to type a letter of introduction, and you introduce who you are, tell them where you're going, what your purpose is, the dates, the same thing as a letter of invitation. And you send it back to the immigration agency. And you have to have exactly right. You send it to the comptroller, and it goes to Abuja. Abuja is another place in Nigeria. It's like the capital. Like, I think Birmingham may be the capital, or is it Montgomery, Alabama? I don't know about Alabama. You guys know if Birmingham or Montgomery is the capital? I don't know. But I know the capital of Tennessee, I think, is Nashville. And so Alabama, I'm not sure. And I live here and I don't even know what the capital is. But anyway, you send it to the capital of immigration, and you put that in your letter, and you give a letter of introduction of who you are and where you're going to be and where you're going for business, because they only allow business travelers to come in Nigeria. They're really strict on who comes and who goes in Nigeria. And what I like about Nigeria is so authentic. I think I saw probably one white person when I was in Nigeria. I can't even remember seeing more than one. And that was when I was getting ready to fly back home, and he was in the elevator at the hotel. I had to get right next to it because they're doing riots. And so the pastor said the best thing to do, because it's blocked off and it takes 12 hours through all that stuff with the riots, you can't get through. So the night before I got ready to leave, he said you need to go at 5 in the morning when nobody's out rioting and get to that airport, which was just 10 minutes away, not even 10 minutes away. And so during the NSARS protesting, that's what happened to me. I got stuck. I had 2 canceled flights. Can you imagine? Listen, can you imagine being in a third world country and your flights get canceled? And I was sick. I was well the whole time there. And the last 2 days at the airport, I got sick, guys. I promise you. I said, this devil's trying to keep me from going home. I was getting worried. And I was like, my flight got canceled one night, and it got canceled again. And they were talking about, let's go back. We'll just go back and we'll wait till all this protesting is over with. And all I could hear in my head was my son saying, get to the airport. And I was like, no, we're going to get to that airport. I don't think it's closed down. I think some kind of way. I don't care if I got to sleep at the airport. After the second day, I called and I said, look, is there any way you guys have a flight, a sister flight? I don't care. Anything where I don't have to pay extra and I could just switch over my flight. And they did. And I had to fly through London. They booked me a flight and it was leaving the next day. And I was not going backwards. I was going forward. I said, we got to get to somebody. One of these taxi cab drivers going to take us to the airport. And I got to the airport, guys. When I got to the airport, hi, Michelle. When I got to the airport, there were people moving and getting ready to get on flights. Do you know when I flew out that day, I got on that airplane. Do you know my sickness left? Just disappeared. It just was gone. It was gone. And so the background music you hear is WizKid, and it's featuring his whole WizKid album, Made in Lagos. And I am doing a live called Live in Lagos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down. I don't know if you guys have any more questions. Montgomery is the capital. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it probably was Birmingham or Montgomery. But anyway, when you get your visa, you have to another thing you have to do to go to Lagos is you got to get your yellow fever shot, and you call a travel clinic, and they're usually booked up like a month or two ahead. So if you're going to travel to Nigeria, you got to make sure that you do all this at least 2 months before you. I would recommend. They're probably not backed up that much, but definitely they're backed up like 3 and 4 weeks. I know that for sure. And so you have to make an appointment. There's a travel clinic in Birmingham, and there's one in Nashville. I went to the one in Nashville. And so you make an appointment to go to the travel clinic, and it's best to do that instead of just getting a yellow fever shot where you live, because they go over like all the stuff you're going to experience, all the things you could get sick from, what to expect, and they give you all those medicines. I got 4 different things. I got something for malaria, just in case. I got something for diarrhea, because yes, you will need something for diarrhea, but they got things over there too. But they gave a medicine specifically for that at the travel clinic, and they give you your yellow fever shot, and you have to have your polio up to date. So I would recommend that you get your immunization record up to date. Make sure that all 3 of your polios are done. I was missing a polio, which I knew I took, but I took it anyway, so they wouldn't turn me away at the border and say you didn't have a polio shot. But do you know they didn't even look at my passport for yellow fever or polio? So, but you still need it. That's what you're supposed to have. It's a requirement. It's on the website. So you make an appointment with the travel clinic. Number one, you get your passport, and you guys can get that information on how to get a passport. Then second, you make your immigration appointment in Atlanta, and you'll have to go for an interview. What you do is you go online and you will apply through one of those. You want to go directly on the immigration site directly, or you'll end up paying twice. You'll pay for somebody else to help process your visa, and then you'll pay for your visa. That happened to me. If you do it right, then all you do is pay for your visa. The best thing to do is if you're going to first go, don't go through all that, because you have to have an interview in Atlanta. You got to travel in Atlanta for your interview, and then they'll mail your visa documents back in the mail. The easiest way to go is like I'm telling you, is you go visa on arrival. You get someone like me that will have a business that will send you a letter of invitation. You get that letter of invitation. So cool, so smooth. Yes, I'm going to make it so smooth for you guys. You get your letter of invitation from me, or our business, our nonprofit. We invite you there. I'll even help you to do your letter of introduction. You don't even have to worry about that. I'll just use a duplicate of mine, and you just fill it in differently, and you just get that letter of introduction. Those 2 documents get sent in with your visa arrival to the immigration, along with $160 for your visa. And guess what? When you get there, they do your fingerprints and they do everything, and they put it in a book. And I would show you guys how it looks, but I'll show you on the next time. So I just want to tell y'all, thanks for joining me. I want y'all to catch me on my YouTube channel, though. I need you to go to my channel and subscribe to me. And then that way, if you hit the bell for notifications, every time I put up a video of Legos, you'll catch all those videos. So it's just Evangelist Marilyn Gay. That's the same thing YouTube channel. So just go there, like this video on my YouTube, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell so you can get all the rest of the videos. And guess what? I got about 72 videos on there, and it's a variety of stuff that I have on my YouTube channel. So you'll see stuff that I deal with when I'm talking about the entertainment industry, and when people are trying to form images in our minds, church stuff, and you'll see Lego stuff, and you'll just see a lot of stuff about me. So if you want to get to know who I am and get to know what I do, I have a WATW Networking Entrepreneurs Group, And you can get that and see all information on that on my webpage, evangelistmarilyngaye.com. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. And thank you so much, Lori, Linda, and Michelle. I just hope one day that somebody will watch this video and decide to travel and spend your money to go see the motherland instead of going to Hawaii and spending all that money and going to Paris, what they give us, and London. And you be like, growing up as a kid saying, oh, I just want to go to London, or I just want to go to Paris, because you think Paris, oh, no. Mm-mm. Don't waste your money keeping on going to Miami, Florida. Go to the motherland just one time. It will change your entire life. I guess you guys have had enough. I love you. God bless you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right. And Lori's been there. What part, Lori? What part? You been to Lagos, Lori? You coming back with me? Please, por favor. That's Spanish for please, please, please. Hi, Miss Dolores Foster, Mother Foster. Hey. Mother Foster, you're going to have to rewatch this video. It's talking about live in Lagos, and it's showing people how easy it is to go to Lagos, Nigeria. Lori, see, now you're wrong for that. Lori, you got me that time. You got me. She said, I've been there. I said, oh, you've been to Lagos? She means Hawaii. Hawaii. About how much, Lori, did you spend on Hawaii? Thank you. You said amazing night. Thank you, Lori. About how much was Hawaii, Lori? Lori, do you remember? You don't remember? Probably not. It's been a while. Lots. Was it over the flight? Was it at least probably about 500 or 600? It's probably not as much as Lagos. Oh yeah, the flight to Lagos is about. You can get a flight to Lagos round trip for about $1,000. Just so you guys know what to save. Was it more than 1,000, Lori? Okay. Yeah, it's about 500 or 600 round trip for Hawaii, probably, because it's in the United States. But yeah, if you guys ever want to go to Lagos, wow, yep, I did get it right, about $675. If you ever, Linda, you've been to Hawaii too, huh? Is that for two? It was about $6 something for two. Hi, David Beasley, how are you? You and Dolores Foster are gonna have to rewatch this video. We're signing out. It's called Live in Lagos, and I am telling everybody to tune in because I'm getting ready to download all my Lagos video trips, all my Lagos videos, and you're gonna be able to see that journey with me. I'm getting ready to open it on up to the world, so you guys can be just in trance. And I'm gonna do it like my stories. I like to have a build up, so you guys are gonna have a good those videos. So stay tuned. I love you guys. Bye. Any other questions? Any other comments? I'm getting ready to end this live and end this stream.